What's up? It's Adam. In this video, I'm going to be chatting about dating, some of the insights that I've, recently been thinking about. Of course, I want to help you. Maybe you're somebody that is just getting into this, or maybe you've been on this journey as well for some time. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Let's get some discussions going, guys. But some things recently that I've been thinking about is just making that mental shift where you no longer are just satisfied with going out and saying, I put in the reps, I put in the time, and then, there's still some night left over, but you go home satisfied with just coming out, just showing up, but actually making that shift in your mind where you say, no, I'm not going home. I'm staying out. I'm staying out till the end, till there's nothing left. If I fail tonight, if I don't go home with someone or find somebody that I connect with, that maybe I get to go home and we share an intimate time together, it's not because I went home early. It's not because I didn't take every opportunity that presented itself in the night. It's because maybe I didn't find somebody that I connected with. Maybe I didn't find someone that was up to the standards that I'm setting for myself. Now, if you want to get good at the game, it's something that you're never going to master. You're only as good as the last time that you went out. Can you repeat that process again? It's like being a professional athlete. It's like being successful with finances. It's like anything in life. But the thing is, you only have so much time, right? And then you also have to discipline yourself and be able to manage your time, be able to manage your schedule. You have to set up processes and habits and routines that are likely to get you the results that you're looking to get for yourself. And that's difficult. Self-mastery is difficult. You don't want to be doing drugs. You don't want to be drinking. You want to give yourself every advantage that you possibly can. And I'm just going to riff here and talk about, some of the experiences that I've had, even in the last year, and that's something to do too, is like analyze your months, analyze your weeks, analyze the last 6 months, analyze the last year. We're coming up to the end of the year here. It's 2025. We're going to be moving into 2026. How consistent were you in going out? Like, if you want to get results in this, like anything else, you have to be consistent. You have to make sure you're putting in the time and putting in the effort on a regular basis, like anything. And that is how you build a skill in any area. When I was younger, I more thought it was about being a natural. It was about being gifted, that you either had it or you didn't. But now, as I started to read more and expose myself to more ideas, belief systems, and reading the studies that exist out there about skill acquisition, I'm much more of the belief that you can build a skill in any area, but it's not about natural talent. It's not about natural abilities. It's about putting in the work. The work. Don't be afraid of the work. The reason why you're probably desperate or needy is because you're afraid of the work. You met that one girl, and now all you can do is think about her because it would just be so easy and so nice if she would just be interested in you and you didn't have to go out anymore. You didn't have to do the scary thing of making the approaches. You didn't have to do the work of going out and putting yourself in situations that are uncertain, where you're uncertain, it's unclear, you don't know what to do. Having to put in the work and constantly expose yourself to social pressure and potential violence, or to feel worried or scared or anxious, having to feel these negative feelings time and time again. But when you are no longer afraid of the work, when you no longer are looking for the easy way out, and you just embrace that, and then maybe even you get to a point where you enjoy it, where you create a process for yourself that you can enjoy for the sake in of itself, where you are, seeing the potential and seeing that this is true, that you can build a skill too, but it's like anything else. The guys at the very top, they likely are putting in the most work. They're likely optimizing in all areas of their life. And that goes the same with this. Focus on your finances. Focus on your career. You can't be lazy in this and think that you're going to get results. Sorry to say. I mean, is that what people think? They think there's going to be some easy way of doing this, that some dating coach is just going to give them all the answers and like give them the format or the step-by-step way to say and do to get results with every girl. That's not how it is. What it is that you just get used to being to basically getting rejected, which that, again, even that is like how you frame it. It's not really rejection. You're just going out there and putting yourself in front of enough people till you find someone that you connect with. You're learning to express yourself freely, not be inhibited, not being a bitch and getting out there, even just showing up to places and being willing to push yourself and being willing to put in the work. And that's why, there's no excuses. You might say, oh, well, this guy has lots of money, or this guy has a great job, or this guy has it easy for this X reason. But guess what? It doesn't matter who you are. You still have to put in the work. You still have to build the skill. Just because somebody, for example, was born with the attributes that maybe would make them a good basketball player, maybe they're like 7 feet tall, they still have to learn the skills to be skilled at that pursuit, at that athletic endeavor. You're not just born with the skills. You still have to put in the repetitions. You still got to show up to the practice. You still got to work out. You still got to eat right. You still got to do everything that's required of you to build that skill. But yeah, maybe you have certain attributes that maybe are going to be beneficial for that particular pursuit, but it doesn't guarantee you success. And that's the thing, is you want to have gratitude for what you have in life. You want to appreciate everything that you get to experience in life, because you are entitled to nothing. You are guaranteed nothing. So it's something to be grateful for the fact that you even have the opportunity to go out to a bar, to a club, the opportunity to even look at a beautiful woman and just appreciate that, the beauty of life, the beauty of an ocean, the beauty of nature, the fact that you even get to appreciate that's in itself is just a gift, the gift of sight, the gift of smell, the gift of taste, the gift to even live here in this world. You are entitled to nothing. So then just you being able to walk up to a woman that you maybe would like to talk to, is a gift, something to be appreciated. But just as much, it's sorting it out in your own head, where you realize too that it's also a gift to speak with yourself, that your time is to be appreciated, that it's a gift that you're giving someone your time just as much as they're giving you their time. But you are not entitled to anything in life. So when you realize that, then you just go, okay, I appreciate anything I get to experience. And then you realize too, though, that your reality is much more in your control than you may realize. You can get out there, you can hustle, you can put in the work, and you're likely to get results in this area just like anybody else. Now, some people started at a younger age, so that gives them more time to cultivate a skill. But no matter where you're at in life, if you're here, if you're alive, you still have the ability to walk out of your house. You can go start approaching women today. You can start going and changing your dating life today. And if you want to change the job you want to have, you can go out and you have the ability to pursue the kind of job that you want. Again, you don't have any guarantees that you're going to be successful in that endeavor. I put these videos out because I just put them out, and I embrace that this is all I'm entitled to. The fact that I get to put this video out there, the fact that anybody's even listening to me, or that I get to help anyone in these videos, that's a gift in itself. But then if somebody wants to work with me, then great. I'm here. I have a service that I can provide. I'm here to coach people. I'm here to work with people as well. And if they want to hop on board, we can do that too. It's an exchange in value, right? Somebody's willing to invest in me and invest in my services, then I'm much more likely then I am going to invest in them. I am going to give them my life force, give them my energy, give them the feedback that I'm only going to give if I'm being paid for, or if maybe you're a friend, maybe you're somebody that's going out with me and I'm going to help you out in that regard. But even then, it's something that I wouldn't just do, because most people don't want to accept criticism. They don't want feedback. And as well as a lot of time you invest all this energy, like I've invested to even family members, and I'm investing thinking I'm helping them, and then they just interpret that as that I'm actually criticizing them, or they don't even execute on the things that I'm saying, and they actually maybe even get angry and think that I'm preaching or think that I'm coming from a bad place, when really I'm just trying to help. So by somebody investing in me and paying for my services, well, now I know that you're serious, and as well as you're more likely to actually implement those things because you're going to want to get a return on your investment. But again, that's not something that's guaranteed. I'm not guaranteed to get clients. I'm not guaranteed anyone's going to work with me. I'm not guaranteed that by putting this video out there that anything's going to come of it. But I do it anyways, just the same, because I like it, because I love it, because it's just something that I want to do with my time in my life. And that is a privilege in itself, just to be able to make this video for whoever wants to watch this video and pay attention to what I have to say. Now, just the same as when I go out and I talk to a female, there's no guarantees that anything's going to happen there either. But then I just appreciate the act in itself. I just have gratitude and just find joy in just the ability to go up and even spark up a conversation. The satisfaction I get from freely expressing myself, from learning to be my own authority in life, by learning to give myself permission to be happy and building up the confidence to even go for the things that you want in life. These are the kinds of things that this pursuit will teach you. But it's a never-ending pursuit. And the thing is, though, is that what I've experienced as well is that people talk a big game, right? People will say they want this or they want that. People say that they've done all this work and that they've invested all this time into this area, say even when it comes to meeting women, but yet they're not consistent. They're not going out on a regular basis. Maybe they're just sticking to day game, but they're not challenging themselves. They're not pushing their comfort zone, yet they want to act. And maybe they even believe it, but it's like it's unconscious. They're not even self-aware to realize like that they're not doing everything that they could be doing in their power to see potential results in this area. Right? And again, there's no guarantees, but there's still a lot that you can do to affect your results if you're not getting results right now. You can hire a coach. You can watch these videos. You can study or listen to other people's experiences, like myself sharing in this video, or whoever it may be, and you can bounce ideas off each other. You can mastermind. You can be reading books, feeding your mind positive feedback, taking control over the influences in your life. You can be working on your finances. You can be working on your relationships outside of dating and women, right? When you go out, realize that you're creating superficial relationships. When you're going out to a bar and to a club, realize it's a competitive environment. So, this was something that somebody had given me as feedback as of recently, and I'm totally open to the feedback. When I'm pursuing this pursuit, you're kind of meeting people, and it's very superficial, and it's not deep relationships, but it could end up being deep relationships. You could end up cultivating relationships that you would invest in, and that maybe you might see a return on that investment. But as well as appreciate and know that like relationships, like family relationships or friendships, good friendships, investing in those, that's important as well. Or your finances, your business, yourself, investing in programs, investing in coaching, investing in books, investing in areas that are going to help you to be more successful and more effective in your life. That's never a bad investment. But understanding that when you're going out to bars and clubs, this environment, it's a competitive environment. The reality of life is that there's people out there that don't give a fuck about you. They don't value human life. They have no problem with degrading you, talking shit about you. They don't care if your life is destroyed. They don't care if your character has been assassinated. They don't care if you succeed or if you fail. So that's another thing, is that you need to believe in yourself. Nobody else is going to believe in you. You have to learn to believe in yourself. You have to really become your own best friend. Believe in yourself. Everything is cultivated from within. Fill your own cup. You're not looking for somebody else to fulfill you. When I'm meeting women in these things, I understand that I'm entitled to nothing. They don't owe me anything, and that that it's a privilege even to get outside and be able to even talk to people and even to be able to pursue the different hobbies and interests that I have in life. So then, knowing this, when you go out, you have to learn to enjoy the process for itself and cultivate everything from within. Your life is fulfilled regardless of anything else. It all comes from the internals. You can go to the ocean, you can go to nature, find out ways to fill your own cup, in a way of saying, without needing anything from anybody else. And again, you need to support yourself. You need to be your own best friend. You need to give yourself recognition. That's why also going out alone and not being dependent on anybody to motivate you or to get you to go out is also beneficial, to go out alone, because it is a way of practicing to be able to be one with yourself, to give yourself credit. When you go out and you do that approach, you go, good job, Adam. Good job. No one else is there to recognize this. First comes the private victory, then comes the public victory. Reading books, taking care of your inner ecosystem, and also the influences in your life, because there's many different kinds of beliefs out there. Some of the beliefs that some people may say is that it's delusional to go after certain pursuits. Well, it's only delusional until you succeed, but also understand the risks and understand that, yes, there is no guarantees of success. But then you accept those risks and you do it anyways. And then understand that there's so many things that you can still do to get results. And until you've done all those things, there's no excuse. You can't say that you couldn't do something until you've done everything in your power to succeed. And realize too, though, is that this is a choice. This is a choice. This is a gift. Even to be able to pursue cultivating a dating life for yourself, even to be able to pursue education or a job that you might want to have for yourself, it's all a gift. It's all a pleasure, a privilege. And so realizing this, the stress that you may have in your life, the anxiety that you may have in your life, realize a lot of this is self-inflicted. You're putting this stress on yourself, but you don't need to. You can give up at any time. I don't need to pursue some job for myself. I don't need to go put myself in environments that make me uncomfortable or that are scary. I don't need to try to challenge myself and grow and become stronger in maybe mentally or physically. But realize you can. Realize that if you want to learn martial arts, you want to learn how to fight, you want to learn to protect yourself, that's something that you can do. If you feel like you're weak physically, you can go to the gym, you can work out, you can learn the kinds of foods to eat, and you can start working on that aspect of your life as well. If you want to start getting better with socializing and communicating, you can read books on communication. You can start going out and socializing, and that is a learnable skill as well, like anything else. But it's going to require discipline. It's going to require you to cultivate more effective habits, processes, routines for your life. You're going to have to learn time management skills. You're going to want to make sure you're not doing drugs. You're not wasting time and compulsively taking actions, like looking at your phone compulsively or doing things unconsciously. You want to take conscious control over every aspect of your life. And when I was younger, that was definitely something that I didn't think about. I was much more in a victim mentality and more so at the effect of life. I didn't feel like that I could actually cultivate all these other areas of my life that I later realized that I could. And it's a process and it's a journey and it never ends. So I'm curious where you guys are at in your journey. If you guys go out, if you are watching this video, leave a comment, like the video. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more of this content and support my channel. And as well as I do offer right now 4 coaching calls. They're 1 hour, one a week for a month for 4 weeks. I'm charging $300 US, and that's for one-on-one coaching over the phone, over Skype, where I'm going to be addressing your personal challenges, issues in the field, give you feedback, give you some strategies, show you some ways that you can better your results in this area, just as much as I've cultivated and bettered my results in this area. I've been doing this for over 13 years now. I know what it's like not to have support, to feel like everything's stacked up against you, and it's not easy. So get some help, get some coaching. It's no different than anything else, whether you want to be a boxer, whether you want to be skilled in get a personal trainer and build muscle. These things can be helpful. You can't do it all on your own. So reach out, get some help, hit me up, datingdestruction@gmail.com. Otherwise, until next time, peace out, my friends.